What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. Hey, you know that I like the Wise cameras. They are absolutely fantastic. But one of the the limitations of them is that they have to be plugged in. They have to be wired to get power. And while they're simple and cheap, what I want is a camera outside, and getting power to the camera outside is tough. But then two, having a camera that is waterproof, that is subjected to the elements and won't malfunction is tough. But I did find this. It's the Blink XT. Now you're going to pay a premium for this over the Wise camera. The Wise camera start at $20. I just ordered another one called the Pan and Zoom Wise camera, which is like I think $30 or $25. Really great value there. So we'll check that out. But for outdoors, what I needed is something weatherproof that also ran on batteries. So you can see here, it doesn't require a contract. You basically connect it to your Wi-Fi network, kind of mount it where you want. It does come in black and white, I believe. The white one is for indoors. The black one here is for outdoor. High definition, so I think 10 or 720p. There's an app to check the video. Now, I just took the cellophane off this, but I have not unboxed it. True unboxing. So this is what you get in the box. So we get this piece here. I'm not even sure what all these are, but this is like, oh, I don't know. I'm assuming maybe kind of the receiver module. So you would plug this in to kind of receive the signal, I'm guessing. Looks like there's a power button there. Here is the camera itself, kind of interesting. Pretty small. You can kind of see how big it is here. Not big, which is nice. I also like the fact that it's black, because that'll kind of blend in and be pretty subtle in kind of most outdoor applications without being really obvious that there's a security camera. And because it's small and doesn't look like one of those big, closed circuit cameras, doesn't make your home look like it's a military compound. Looks like we have a motion sensor here in the camera right there. Kind of textured flat black around here, but piano black in on the inside. And then I do think I thought there's a mount included to mount it to the wall. Let's see what's inside the accessory box here. So we have micro USB cable, something down on the bottom here. We have a charging block, kind of a standard USB charging block. We also have, I think we have some batteries, because I think you have to put the lithium-ion batteries in there. So we have two AA batteries, but they are lithium-ion. They actually feel quite a bit lighter than normal batteries. They aren't rechargeable, but this is supposed to last like a year or two in terms of streaming. Now, it really depends on how much video you watch. If you kind of let it record based on motion, and then you kind of take a look at those, that's kind of the ideal situation. But if you're sitting there with it just live streaming all the time, then probably it's not going to work as much. I'm going to use my knife to push that stuff out. Okay, so we get here. Oh, this looks like the mount that I was looking for. You would use a screw, which includes right there. And here is the mount. Not totally sure how this will. Looks like that snaps in there, so that would rotate a little bit. Got a little hinge here. Looks like you could tighten it down. Flathead screw there. And then I think you're going to bolt the screw in here. So I think this is going to articulate side to side like this, and then you'll get kind of up and down articulation. Now I'm going to put this probably above my garage. And we do have all the books, and I'm most interested in the quick start guide and getting the sucker set up. Now to get this cover off, I think I push down on this and then lift off from the bottom. There we go. And now we can put the batteries in here. Now we're just going to do the reverse. Put that in here. Now when you download the app, just follow the instructions. You actually plug in that little base receiver first, connect to it, connect it to your Wi-Fi, and then you turn on the camera, and you will verify that it's working that way. Once I figured out that it was working, I just moved everything to the garage and set up things. All right, so I screwed the mount into this wood here on my garage, and I've kind of angled it the way I want to. Now, one of the things that I would say, and probably my suggestion for Blink, is that I would have liked this thing to be a little more robust. It's actually pretty easy to pull this off, and I get that you kind of want to snap on the camera and snap it off, and mounting this is a little easier, but I'd feel better if it were just a little bit more resistive, so that, especially this camera, which has a little bit of bulk on it, would be maybe slightly more secure than less secure. Now I'm going to push it closed here while I snap this on here, just like this, and I think I just press it on. There we go. And then I can pull it down here and angle it kind of as I need it. So kind of put it like this, I guess, and then angle it down. I'm not sure what's going to look great here. So I'm going to look at the view from the app here and then make adjustments to the angle as I need to. As I mentioned, setting up the app is pretty straightforward. You really just have to input the serial numbers once you get the camera connected to your Wi-Fi network. Then you just load the app, and then you just tap on the video camera icon at the bottom of the thumbnail for that camera. And as you can see, it works. So I was just checking out the live feed to make sure that it was in the right spot, and it's great. It also is broadcasting audio. And then in the app, you can also customize the settings. So one of the things that I wanted to do is sometimes they leave packages at my garage door, is I actually wanted to turn on the motion detection, which I did. I turned the sensitivity to low because outdoors you get a lot of false positives on lighting change and animals running through and leaves blowing by the camera. And so I have it on the lowest setting, and for the last few hours or so, I would say it works pretty well. When I was pulling my lawnmower out of the garage and kind of walking around, it detected me and gave me an alert, which is perfect. So I know if I have a package out there, I can take a look at it. I'm not going to really use it for monitoring too much my front of the house, but it was just more so that if I'm going to be gone and there's something waiting there, I don't want it sitting out in front of my house forever. Now here's some video from the camera now that it's dark outside. I have the camera set to auto. I don't know really what that means or how it adjusts. I will say I have some outdoor wall light sconces on the front of my garage, so there is some illumination. They're dusk to dawn, so they stay on all night. But I think this is a really clear picture for being kind of the middle of the evening here, and really easy to see, you know, whatever I need to see in the front. So overall, I'm really happy with this Wyze camera. At $130, it's a little bit expensive, but for something that you don't actually have to wire up and have power outside the house for, as well as being, you know, sealed up and protected from the elements, I think it's a pretty good deal, and it was really quite seamless to set it up, connect it, and install it. So I would definitely recommend it. I'll put a link to it in the description if you want to pick one up. Peter von Panda, out.